let's be honest. How can you say no? You're talking about money with a dentist, with a building company, the service supplier, and out of the blue, they offer you a 10% off discount if you pay cash. What would you say? If you're really in Italy, this is not a so uncommon practice you may have to deal with. Italians love cash. Who doesn't, by the way? The big question is, what happens tax-wise when you pay cash for something in Italy? Before sharing my point of view, this insight, let's be honest. Generally speaking, when those kind of people are offering this, let's say, payment method, they really want to go with a stealth mode, and they're not gonna make an invoice for the work done or for the product sold. Okay, they want to evade taxes at all. And yes, there are still people that do make the invoice and they do pay taxes, no matter how they receive the payment. But in this scenario, they're not willing to offer any discount. Clearly, where's the benefit for them? So back to the main question, what happens next is very interesting. If the seller is kicking the price X% off to invite you to pay cash, he's gonna save a lot of money. In exchange for, let's say, 10% less as profit, he will save pension contributions, business or personal income, and local taxes. This all depends on his tax regime, of course, but roughly speaking, we can estimate his gain between 20 to 40%. Not bad, like 2x or 4x return on investment compared to the discount. On the flip side, when you pay cash, you say no to some tax credits, such as medical expenses credit, around 19% of the cost incurred, or 50% on home improvements, for example, an amount that you can split in 10 years, equal rounds, and use it as a discount on your tax bill in Italy. So using numbers, assuming a cash discount of flat 10%, let's say you have to spend 100 for a medical treatment. If you pay cash, you take 90 out of your pocket, and that's it. Option B, you spend 100, they give you the invoice, you file your taxes the following year, and you get 19 back. So the net cost is 81. Let's shift to house renovation or energy efficiency cost. Total amount you agreed on with the supplier is 10,000. If you pay cash, you put 9,000 on the table. That's it. If you pay the full rate, let's say by wire transfer, the first year, yes, you put 10,000 on the table. But in 10 years, if you have the tax capacity, you get 5,000 back. So the net cost is 5,000. You save 40% by not paying cash. I'm not here to complain about this tax practice or how professionals and suppliers behave in Italy. People can do what they want with their money and taxes. I believe that people must be able to make decisions based on common information. Otherwise, it would not be fair for all the customers. If you are the customer, if you are the consumer, you should ask yourself if you have by any chance any tax liability for personal income tax in Italy first. If so, paying cash for some services and goods could be a real waste of your money. Tax capacity is the key. Knowing how much you owe, how much you can potentially use, and how much is left for you to use tax credits with. Either way, from an ethical point of view, paying cash is never a good idea if you don't get an invoice, of course, back. Yes, a discount is tempting, but in a short term. In the long run, there will be less money for the community, less resources to use for government programs, for expats too, such as Benefici Impatriati or 7% in the South. And most of all, paying cash will not leave any clue, any fingertip on the transaction. What happens if after a medical treatment you feel pain? What happens if after the renovation your floor breaks and the building company doesn't want to fix that? You may use, and this will make you laugh, you may use paying cash someone like a polygraph. You offer cash and wait for their call. This way, you can really test their honesty and integrity.